Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to the 10th edition of the Lazarus project. You remember from yesterday's episode that I was talking about the future of the Lazarus project and how it was going to continue. We beat Scunthorpe United 1-0 with a goal from Raziak, if I remember rightly, cross from Armstrong, headed in by Raziak. Today we've got a match against AFC Wimbledon, and you'll see this is a slightly longer episode. I'm going to try and keep these episodes less than 10 minutes if I can. Absolute extreme highlights I'm going to stick to. Goals, sendings off, really, really good chances, or if the chance wasn't necessarily that good, things like an overhead kick. You know, something more exciting than just shanking it at the keeper from 2 yards. I'm not going to include those, even though they're shots on target. I'm not going to include those. Alright, so you can see I change my lineup slightly. I go for a 4-4-2 diamond formation, which is new for me in this series, as well as, in fact, I think it's new for me on FIFA. I thought I'd try it out and just see, because I wanted to play two up front. Armstrong and Nimley, they've been fighting over a first team spot all season, so I thought I'd play them alongside each other and see how well they'd do. I kept Payne on the bench as a substitute striker. I realise I'm saying the word quite a lot. I'm going to try and stop that if I can help it. So yeah, Payne is our substitute striker alongside Luke James, who's also our substitute winger. We had a Zog in the anchorman role, and then we had Raziak in the cam role, and then the two wingers were the same, Barcham and Wallace. I've forgotten his name for a second. That's not very good. Terrible management. So yeah, playing against AFC Wimbledon. I don't know a great deal about Wimbledon, to be honest, and I want to call them Wimbledon. I don't want to call them AFC Wimbledon, even if there's Wimbledon fans out there who want me to call them AFC Wimbledon, because no one calls Bournemouth AFC Bournemouth, and yet that's their name. We just call them Bournemouth. And in my head, I really, really, really dislike what the MK Dons did, even if it's financially good for the club, and they have got half decent fan base these days and playing stuff and all that. I forget about all that. What I think about is a community in London that had their football club, who had won the FA Cup, by the way, not that long before. They did really well to get to that stage. They were called the Crazy Gang. I know there was all that stuff going on, but they were entertaining and they had a really good team, really good fan base. Everything was fine. They had a few financial difficulties, sure. Who doesn't? Portsmouth have. That's why this series has been created. But to take a whole club out of the community and relocate it however many miles up the road, I just don't agree with. I don't think that's right. So I'm glad that somebody decided to bring back Wimbledon, and I'm even more glad that they're back in the Football League, where I believe they belong. In my heart, they belong higher up than that, but to be where they are now is a fantastic achievement. Their playing staff, however, I'm not so knowledgeable about. I know they have a man called Sam Moore, I think his name is, who was related to Luke Moore. I think I'm getting this right. The reason I'm talking all this crap, by the way, is because it's 0-0 at half time. So we gloss over the first half, we move on to the second half. But yeah, I like Wimbledon as a team, and I like them as a community and as a club. I don't know much about their players. I don't even know who their manager is these days, if I'm honest. But I like the idea of what they did, and I respect them for it. And I'm glad they are where they are. I didn't want him to score though, which is what nearly happened here. It took a good save there from Carson, a bit of a hoo-ha from Ngala, but eventually the ball found its way into Carson's hands. So I was happy with that one. We got away with that. Got away with murder. Two strikers up front, Armstrong and Nimley. They're both very good strikers. They both score lots of good goals. Playing together, I don't think it worked. Cross comes in there from Barcham. You can see Nimley was arriving very, very late in the box, and Armstrong arrived too early. I just don't think they actually can work together all that great. They're both very good players, like I said, and I will be keeping both of them and playing both of them all season. Just, I don't know, maybe I'll give them another chance further on down the line, but for now, I'm not a big fan of how well they're playing. Together, I should point out. That was a shot from Nimley. That's what I'm in about. They can play individually, because Armstrong's nowhere really to be seen there. Nimley gets the ball, cuts inside. Raziak's the man next to him. Armstrong's all the way over on the far side of the box. So it was Nimley who made that chance and nearly scored from it. So I can't complain with that. Because of that, I decided to make a substitution. And I decided to bring off Armstrong, who was tired as well. It wasn't just tactical. and I brought on Payne to play up front alongside Nimley, mainly with the idea of it being Payne can play up front. He is listed as a striker on here as well, even though he's predominantly a midfielder. I just wanted it to be that he can play up front, but then also drop deep and act as another midfielder, either a central midfielder or an attacking midfielder, just so our midfield is slightly stronger, but also our attack is just as strong. You can see here we had an injury to Attila Fiola. Not quite sure what happened to him actually. I think he clashed heads with someone when he went up for a header, but he had to go off injured. We had to bring on Chorley. There's Payne, I think it was, who kicked it out there for a goal kick. And that was a shame actually, because Fiola doesn't get many chances. That was probably the first decent chance he had to get a run in the team, and it was cut short by injury. Right, Tim Payne. This is a very, very good goal. He's left it very late in the game. I think that does say, yeah, 90th minute he scored. I will admit, when I played this match, I was screaming and running around the room, swinging my shirt above my head, because I genuinely did not believe I was going to win this game, and I genuinely didn't believe I was going to score a goal. It was a fantastic through ball there from Nimley. Good header from Ngala as well to get the whole thing going. Payne took it really, really well. And you guys wouldn't have seen this because I cut it out in the edit, but Payne's had a lot of shots on target this season, and not one of them, I would say, had any chance of going in the back of the net. So to see that one off his left foot, which is his weaker foot, fly into that bottom corner, yeah, I was very, very happy. I was very, very pleased. Payne's doing well to get his place in the team, I think, because there are better players there, but I'm always willing to give him a chance because I know how good he can be. Him and Ferry are my chosen midfield partnership in all my other games, so yeah. Right guys, end of this episode. Round it up quickly, and until next time, I will see you soon.